Imagine waking up every day feeling truly alive, connected, and at peace. Picture yourself facing life's challenges with a calm mind and an open heart. Now, what if I told you that there are 7 simple habits that can totally change your life and bring you closer to your true self? These aren't complicated rituals or hard-to-follow rules. They're easy, everyday practices that can transform your spiritual journey and help you live your best life. Today, we're going to explore these 7 powerful spiritual habits that you absolutely need in your life. Trust me, this is going to be a game changer for you. Let's start by talking about what spiritual habits really are. Think of them as daily practices that help you connect with something bigger than yourself. They're like exercises for your soul, just like how you might work out to keep your body healthy. These habits aren't about following a specific religion or believing in certain gods. They're about helping you find meaning, peace, and purpose in your life. Spiritual habits are the little things you do every day that make you feel more connected to yourself, to others, and to the world around you. They're the practices that help you slow down in this fast-paced world and really tune into what matters most. These habits can be as simple as taking a few deep breaths when you wake up, or as involved as spending time in nature every week. The best part about these spiritual habits is that they're super easy to do. You don't need any special equipment or skills. You don't have to go to a fancy retreat or spend hours meditating on a mountaintop. These are things you can easily fit into your everyday life, no matter how busy you are. But don't let their simplicity fool you. These habits are incredibly powerful. They have the ability to shift your perspective, boost your mood, and even change the way you see the world. They can help you deal with stress better, make you more patient with others, and give you a sense of inner peace that stays with you even when life gets tough. Think of these spiritual habits as tools in your life toolkit. Just like you might use a hammer to build a house, you can use these habits to build a more fulfilling life. They're practices that you can turn to again and again, especially when you're feeling lost, stressed, or disconnected. One of the great things about these habits is that they're flexible. You can adapt them to fit your own life and beliefs. There's no one-size-fits-all approach here. What works for one person might not work for another, and that's totally okay. The key is to find the practices that resonate with you and make them your own. As we go through these 7 spiritual habits, remember that they're not about perfection. You don't have to do them perfectly every single day. It's all about progress, not perfection. Even small, consistent efforts can lead to big changes over time. So, are you ready to discover these life-changing habits? Let's dive in. Now, you might be wondering, why should I care about these spiritual habits? How are they going to make a difference in my life? Well, let me tell you, these habits aren't just nice-to-have extras. They're essential tools for living a fuller, richer, more meaningful life. In today's world, we're constantly bombarded with information, distractions, and stress. We're always rushing from one thing to the next, rarely taking the time to slow down and check in with ourselves. This nonstop lifestyle can leave us feeling empty, anxious, and disconnected. That's where these spiritual habits come in. These habits are like anchors in the stormy sea of life. They give you a way to ground yourself, to find calm in the chaos. When you practice these habits regularly, you start to notice changes in how you feel and how you react to the world around you. You might find that you're less easily upset by small annoyances. You might start to feel more grateful for the good things in your life, even when times are tough. But here's the thing. If you don't practice these habits, you might find yourself feeling lost or unhappy. Without these spiritual practices, it's easy to get caught up in the rat race of life. You might find yourself always chasing the next big thing, never feeling satisfied with what you have. You might struggle with stress and anxiety, unable to find peace in your daily life. Without these habits, you might miss out on the deeper connections with yourself, with others, and with the world around you. You might go through life on autopilot, never really stopping to ask yourself what truly matters to you. And that's a recipe for feeling unfulfilled and disconnected. These spiritual habits are like vitamins for your soul. Just like your body needs certain nutrients to stay healthy, your inner self needs these practices to thrive. They nourish your spirit, giving you the strength and resilience to face life's challenges. When you start practicing these habits, you might notice that you're more patient with yourself and others. You might find it easier to let go of grudges and forgive. You could discover a sense of purpose that you've been missing. These habits can help you see the beauty in everyday moments, turning ordinary days into opportunities for joy and growth. Another great thing about these habits is that they can help you become more self-aware. They give you tools to understand your thoughts and emotions better. This self-awareness is like a superpower. It helps you make better decisions, have healthier relationships, and live a life that's true to your values. These habits can also help you deal with the tough times in life. When you're going through difficulties, these practices can be a source of comfort and strength. They can help you find meaning in your struggles and give you the resilience to keep going when things get hard. But remember, these habits aren't magic pills that will instantly solve all your problems. They're more like seeds that you plant and nurture over time. With consistent practice, these seeds grow into strong trees that can weather any storm. As we go through each of these 7 spiritual habits, think about how they might fit into your life. Consider the areas where you're struggling or feeling unfulfilled. These habits might be just what you need to bring more balance, peace, and joy into your daily routine. Now, let's start exploring these powerful habits one by one. Get ready to discover simple yet profound practices that can transform your life from the inside out. These habits have the power to change not just how you feel, but how you see the world and your place in it. Are you excited? Let's jump into the first habit. Certainly. I'll continue with the next 3 sections of the outline, covering habits 1 through 5. I'll maintain the same style and tone as before. Let's dive into our first powerful spiritual habit, daily mindfulness practice. Now, I know mindfulness might sound like a fancy word, but it's actually pretty simple. Mindfulness is all about being fully present in the moment, aware of where you are and what you're doing, without getting too caught up in what's going on around you. So, how do you practice mindfulness? It's easier than you might think. Start by setting aside just 5 minutes each day. Find a quiet spot where you won't be disturbed. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Feel the air moving in and out of your body. When your mind starts to wander, and it will, gently bring your attention back to your breath. This simple practice can have a huge impact on your life. When you're mindful, you're less likely to get caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past. You become more aware of your thoughts and feelings, which helps you respond to situations thoughtfully instead of reacting on autopilot. Mindfulness can help you in so many ways. It can reduce stress, improve your focus, and even boost your immune system. Many people find that regular mindfulness practice helps them sleep better and feel more calm and centered throughout the day. But the benefits don't stop there. Mindfulness can also help you in your relationships. When you're more present and aware, you're better able to really listen to others and understand their perspectives. This can lead to deeper, more meaningful connections with the people in your life. Don't worry if your mind wanders a lot when you first start practicing mindfulness. That's totally normal. The goal isn't to have a completely blank mind. That's pretty much impossible. The real benefit comes from noticing when your mind has wandered and gently bringing it back. Each time you do this, you're strengthening your ability to be present and focused. Remember, mindfulness is a skill that gets stronger with practice. It's like exercising a muscle. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. So don't get discouraged if it feels challenging at first. Just keep at it, and you'll start to notice the benefits in your daily life. Now, let's talk about 2 more powerful habits that go hand in hand: gratitude journaling and performing acts of kindness. These practices can truly transform how you see the world and how you interact with others. Let's start with gratitude journaling. This habit is all about taking time each day to write down things you're thankful for. It might seem simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Here's how to do it. Every day, preferably in the morning or before bed, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. Maybe you're thankful for your morning coffee, a text from a friend, or the warm sun on your face. Why is this so important? Well, when you focus on what you're grateful for, you start to notice more good things in your life. It's like you're training your brain to look for the positive. This can help you feel happier and more content, even when life gets tough. Gratitude can also help reduce stress and improve your relationships. When you're more aware of the good things in your life, you're less likely to take them for granted. Now, let's move on to our third habit, performing acts of kindness. This is all about doing something nice for someone else without expecting anything in return. It could be something small, like holding the door open for a stranger, or something bigger, like volunteering at a local charity. Acts of kindness are powerful because they benefit both you and the person you're helping. When you do something kind for someone else, it makes them feel good, but it also gives you a boost of happiness. It's like a double win. Regular acts of kindness can help you feel more connected to others and give you a sense of purpose. These two habits work really well together. When you're regularly practicing gratitude, you become more aware of the kindness around you. This can inspire you to be kinder to others. And when you perform acts of kindness, you often find even more things to be grateful for. It's a positive cycle that can really improve your overall well-being. Don't worry about making grand gestures every day. Small acts of kindness and simple moments of gratitude can add up to big changes over time. Maybe you thank the bus driver, or you write a note to a friend telling them how much you appreciate them. These small actions can ripple out and create more positivity in your life and the lives of those around you. Remember, the key to both of these habits is consistency. Try to make them a part of your daily routine. You might be surprised at how quickly you start to notice changes in how you feel and how you interact with the world around you. Let's explore our next two powerful spiritual habits, connecting with nature and practicing self-reflection. These habits can help you gain perspective, find inner peace, and understand yourself better. First, let's talk about connecting with nature. In our busy, tech-filled lives, it's easy to forget about the natural world around us. But spending time in nature can have amazing benefits for our mental and spiritual well-being. Here's how you can practice this habit. Try to spend at least 15 minutes outside every day. This could be a walk in a park, sitting in your backyard, or even just standing barefoot on some grass. When you're out in nature, really try to engage all your senses. Notice the feel of the breeze on your skin, the smell of the plants around you, the sounds of birds or rustling leaves. This practice, sometimes called earthing or grounding, can help you feel more centered and calm. Connecting with nature has some serious benefits. It can reduce stress, improve your mood, and even boost your immune system. Many people find that time in nature helps them feel more creative and better able to solve problems. It's like hitting a reset button for your mind and spirit. You don't need to live near a forest or beach to connect with nature. Even in the middle of a city, you can find patches of green or look up at the sky. The key is to make a conscious effort to notice and appreciate the natural world around you, wherever you are. Now, let's move on to our fifth habit, self-reflection. This practice is all about taking time to check in with yourself, to understand your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors better. It's like having a conversation with yourself. Here's a simple way to practice self-reflection. Set aside 10 minutes each day, maybe in the evening, to think about your day. Ask yourself questions like, what went well today? What challenged me? What did I learn? How did I treat others? How did I treat myself? You can do this reflection in your head, or you might find it helpful to write your thoughts down in a journal. The important thing is to be honest with yourself and to approach this practice with curiosity, not judgment. Self-reflection is powerful because it helps you understand yourself better. When you're more aware of your thoughts and behaviors, you're better able to make positive changes in your life. It can help you recognize patterns, both good and bad, and make more conscious choices about how you want to live. This habit can also help you process your emotions in a healthy way. Instead of bottling up feelings or reacting impulsively, self-reflection gives you a chance to understand why you feel the way you do. This can lead to better emotional regulation and more thoughtful responses to life's challenges. These two habits, connecting with nature and self-reflection, work really well together. Time in nature can often inspire deep thoughts and insights, giving you plenty to reflect on later. And through self-reflection, you might realize how much you value your time in nature, encouraging you to make it a bigger priority in your life. Remember, like all habits, these take time to develop. Don't worry if your mind wanders during your nature time. or if you find self-reflection challenging at first. The important thing is to keep practicing. Over time, you'll likely find that these habits become an essential part of your spiritual toolkit, helping you navigate life with more clarity and peace. Certainly, I'll continue with the remaining sections of the outline, covering habits 6 and 7, and then add a conclusion. I'll maintain the same style and tone as before. Now, let's explore our final two spiritual habits: mindful breathing and positive affirmations. These powerful practices can help you stay centered, boost your confidence, and maintain a positive outlook on life. Let's start with mindful breathing. This habit is all about using your breath as an anchor to the present moment. It's a simple yet powerful tool that you can use anytime, anywhere. Here's how to do it. Take a moment to focus on your breath. Notice the air flowing in and out of your body. Try to breathe deeply and slowly, filling your lungs completely and then exhaling fully. The great thing about mindful breathing is that you can do it for just a few seconds when you're feeling stressed, or you can make it a longer practice. Try setting aside 5 to 10 minutes each day for focused breathing exercises. You might find it helpful to count your breaths or to use a phrase like breathing in calm, breathing out tension as you practice. Mindful breathing has some amazing benefits. It can help reduce stress and anxiety, lower your blood pressure, and improve your focus. When you're feeling overwhelmed or caught up in worries, mindful breathing can help bring you back to the present moment. It's like a mini meditation that you can do anytime you need to center yourself. Now, let's talk about our seventh habit: positive affirmations. These are short, powerful statements that you repeat to yourself to challenge negative thoughts and boost your confidence. Here's how to practice. Choose a few positive statements about yourself or your life. These could be things like, "I am capable and strong," "I choose to be happy," or "I am worthy of love and respect." Repeat these affirmations to yourself several times each day. You might say them out loud while looking in the mirror, write them down in a journal, or just repeat them silently in your mind. The key is to say them with conviction, even if you don't fully believe them at first. Positive affirmations can be really powerful in changing your mindset. They help counteract negative self-talk and can boost your self-esteem. Over time, these positive statements can help reshape your beliefs about yourself and your abilities. It's like you're reprogramming your mind for positivity and success. These two habits work great together. You can combine them by using your affirmations during your mindful breathing practice. As you breathe in, say part of your affirmation in your mind, and as you breathe out, say the rest. For example, breathing in, "I am calm." Breathing out, "I am confident." Remember, the power of these habits comes from consistent practice. It might feel a bit awkward or silly at first, especially with the affirmations. That's totally normal. Stick with it, and you'll likely start to notice positive changes in how you feel and how you handle life's challenges. Now, I want to share a quick personal story about how these spiritual habits have made a difference in my own life. A few years ago, I was going through a really tough time. I was stressed at work, struggling in my relationships, and just feeling lost overall. I felt like I was always reacting to life instead of living it intentionally. That's when I started practicing these spiritual habits. At first, it was hard to stick with them. I'd forget to do my mindfulness practice, or I'd skip my gratitude journaling because I was too busy. But I kept at it, and slowly, I started to notice changes. The biggest change was in how I responded to stress. Instead of immediately getting upset or anxious when something went wrong, I found myself pausing to take a few deep breaths. This small act helped me respond more calmly and thoughtfully. I also noticed that I started appreciating the little things more. Through my gratitude practice, I became more aware of the good things in my life, even on tough days. This shift in perspective really helped lift my mood and made me feel more optimistic overall. Connecting with nature became my go-to method for recharging. Even a short walk in the park near my house would help clear my mind and give me new energy. And the habit of self-reflection helped me understand myself better, which led to better decisions in both my personal and professional life. The practice of mindful breathing has been a real lifesaver in stressful situations. Whether I'm stuck in traffic or dealing with a difficult conversation, taking a moment to focus on my breath helps me stay calm and centered. And finally, Positive affirmations have helped boost my confidence and self-esteem. I used to have a lot of negative self-talk, always doubting myself. But by regularly repeating positive statements about myself, I've noticed a real shift in how I think about my abilities and my worth. These habits didn't solve all my problems overnight, but they gave me tools to handle life's challenges better. They've helped me feel more connected, more grateful, and more at peace. And the best part is, these are simple practices that anyone can do. You don't need any special skills or equipment, just a willingness to try and the patience to stick with it. All right, let's take a moment to recap the 7 spiritual habits we've talked about today. Daily mindfulness practice, gratitude journaling, acts of kindness, connecting with nature, self-reflection, mindful breathing, positive affirmations. These habits might seem simple, and they are. But don't let that simplicity fool you. These practices have the power to transform your life in amazing ways. They can help you feel more peaceful, more connected, and more in control of your thoughts and emotions. Now, I want to encourage you to start using these habits in your own life. Remember, you don't have to do all of them perfectly right away. Start small. Maybe choose 1 or 2 habits that really speak to you and try to practice them consistently for a week. See how you feel. As you practice these habits, keep in mind that small changes can lead to big results. You might not notice huge differences right away, and that's okay. These habits are like planting seeds. With consistent care and attention, they'll grow into something beautiful and life-changing. Don't get discouraged if you miss a day or if your mind wanders during your mindfulness practice. That's totally normal. The key is to keep coming back to these habits to make them a regular part of your life. And remember, these habits are flexible. Feel free to adapt them to fit your life and your needs. Maybe you prefer to do your gratitude journaling in the evening instead of the morning. Or maybe you like to combine your nature time with your mindfulness practice. That's great. Make these habits work for you. As you go through your days, try to be aware of how these habits are affecting you. Notice if you're feeling calmer, more grateful, or more connected to others. Pay attention to how you handle stress or challenges. You might be surprised at how these simple practices can change your perspective and your responses to life's ups and downs. Conclusion. We've covered a lot today, exploring 7 powerful spiritual habits that can truly transform your life. From mindfulness and gratitude to connecting with nature and positive affirmations, these practices offer a path to greater peace, joy, and fulfillment. Remember, spirituality isn't about perfection. It's about growth, self-discovery, and connecting with something larger than yourself. These habits are tools to help you on that journey. They can help you navigate life's challenges with more grace, find more joy in everyday moments, and cultivate a deeper sense of purpose and meaning. As you start to incorporate these habits into your life, be patient with yourself. Change doesn't happen overnight. It's the small, consistent actions that add up to big transformations over time. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small it might seem. These spiritual habits have the power to not only change your own life, but also to positively impact those around you. As you become more mindful, grateful, and kind, you might find that you inspire others to do the same. In this way, your personal spiritual practice can create ripples of positivity that extend far beyond yourself. I encourage you to start today. Choose one habit that resonates with you and commit to practicing it for the next week. Notice how it affects your mood, your relationships, and your overall outlook on life. You might be surprised at the difference even one small habit can make. Remember, your spiritual journey is unique to you. These habits are a starting point, but feel free to explore and discover what works best for you. The most important thing is to stay curious, stay open, and keep growing. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of these powerful spiritual habits. I truly believe that by incorporating these practices into your life, you can experience more peace, joy, and fulfillment. Here's to your spiritual growth and to creating a life filled with meaning and purpose. Take care, and may your journey be rich and rewarding.